In this video, we are going to cover a very important topic, especially for those of you who are just starting out with Nuke. We will be talking about the difference between nodes and layers in compositing. If you have worked with software like Photoshop, you might be used to layers. But in Nuke, we use something different, nodes. So what's the difference and why does Nuke prefer nodes over layer? Let's find out. Let's start with something familiar. Uh, So, layers. If you have used software like Photoshop, After Effects, or even Premiere Pro, you have probably worked with layers, as you can see. In a layer-based workflow, you stack images or effects on top of each other. You can control each layer individually, and you can decide which layer is in front or behind, like building a sandwich. This works great for simpler projects. In a layer-based system, each element of your project, whether it's an image, text, or effect, sits on its own layer. To apply changes, you usually have to work with each layer separately. If you want to make adjustment to something in the middle of your stack, you may have to go back and tweak the layers above and below. Now let's talk about nodes. So in Nuke, we don't stack things on top of each other. Instead, we connect nodes in a node tree. Each node is responsible for a specific task, like merging two images, or like doing grading, or or let's say color correction, or like keying out the background. Instead of stacking, we create a flow of actions. You connect one node to another, and the data flows through each node in a specific order. It's a bit like following a recipe where each step depends on the previous one. This makes nodes more flexible and non-linear compared to layers. In a node-based system like Nuke, you can easily adjust any part of the composition without affecting everything else. Let's say, uh, let's say you want to change the grading here. So if I just come here and if I disable it and enable it, I can add another grade node here and just wait. I think I have not connected it. Yeah, I have to connect this here. So if I added grade node, I want to change some setting, I can do changes here, as you can see. And if I don't like it, I just simply delete it. So you can do that without worrying about messing up other parts of the composition, right? Like you can see in my node tree how big it is. So that's because each node operates independently, but still connects to the flow of the composition. This makes it easy to make changes, backtrack, and try different ideas without starting over. So, why does Nuke use nodes instead of layers? The biggest reason is control and flexibility. With nodes, you can create complex, non-linear compositions that are much harder to manage with layers. In layer-based systems, it's easy to lose track of what's happening as you stack more and more layers. Like you see in this matte painting, you can see there are so many layers. So it's not easy to make changes in this layer, in this matte painting here. But if I open this same matte painting in new, you might think that this is hard to make changes, but it's so easy. Like in Photoshop, like I have divided the layers like fog or trees or mountain one, M3, M2. So here I got the same layers, right? M5, M4, and I can make changes by just applying nodes here and deleting them if I don't like. So it's easy. You can see exactly how each element interacts with the others, and you can make changes at any point without affecting the whole composition. So, for example, in a VFX or compositing work, you often deal with multiple elements like green screen footage, 3D renders, backgrounds, and special effects. In Nuke, each of these can have its own branch in the node tree, making it easy to keep things organized and modular. That doesn't mean that layers are bad. Layers are great for simpler projects like photo editing or basic motion graphics. But when you are working on more complex tasks like VFX, color grading, or 3D compositing, Nodes gives you the control and flexibility you need. Think of it like this. If you are working on a small, quick project, layers might be faster and more useful. But if you are building something complex where you need to experiment and make changes easily, nodes are your best friend. So, to wrap things up, here's what we have learned today. Layers stack images or effects on top of each other, and they are great for simple linear compositions. Node connects in a flow, giving you more control, flexibility, and the ability to handle complex and non-linear workflows. Right? Uh, Nuke uses nodes because it's built for high-end compositing and VFX work, where you need maximum flexibility and precision. So that was all about nodes versus layers.